ultimate success would be like watching a YouTube video and you're like, wait a minute, that's my track.
That would be, yeah. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Libby Weitnauer, and I am a fiddle player and songwriter here in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm Will Johnson. I'm a pedal steel guitar player, multi-instrumentalist, producer here in Nashville, Tennessee.
And today we're going to be breaking down 2 of our tracks for the Storyblocks Label Nashville Collection. This one's called Old Fashioned, so I was trying to think of something that sounds like an actual old fiddle tune that would work in a more like, I guess more energetic setting was kind of what I was thinking for this one. So with the melodies that I came up with for this collection, when I was talking to Storyblocks about sort of what I was going for or what angle we were taking, the decision was sort of to go the old-time string band route. So not so much country music, not so much bluegrass, but a really specific style that is rooted in traditional music. So it's like a lot of melodies that are passed around, that kind of change, and a lot of the time it's just one melody played over and over again. Nobody's taking a solo. So for this particular track, I was trying to think of like classic licks you would hear in an old-time tune, and sort of thinking about the structure of a traditional tune, which is little bits of melody that maybe are the same and then they have a different ending. So the A section, so that's like phrase 1, and then I was like, okay, how can I sort of do a call and response thing? So that would be the A section of the tune, and then the B section kind of changed registers, which is also really typical of an old-time tune. So that's the whole melody, and then we sort of looped that. Will played guitar behind it to just sort of give it the drive that I was going for with this particular track, and then we put some mandolin over it to give it a little bit of that more like bright sort of like sparkling quality that mandolin adds to stuff too. It's such like an approachable music. In my opinion, like fiddle music is just something that, especially in the US, is actually in all of our ears, even if we're not aware of it. I guess what I hope it's used in is the kind of content that I watch, which is, again, this is like embarrassing to say on camera, but is like, I guess like cottagecore DIY videos. Like, I don't know, a lot of the people I watch are like women like doing DIY construction on their house, and I'm like, maybe some like boss lady working on their house might have some like ripping fiddle music behind it. That would be cool.
Unlike Libby's collection, my collection kind of covers more ground stylistically and in genre. There wasn't a focused vision that I came up with Storyblocks. I had some things already that they liked and was going to create some more content. Yeah, so Simmering, I was exploring a couple ideas. I was exploring pedal steel and guitar, acoustic guitar as the primary voices, and exploring sort of different sections. But my guitar's kind of become not my primary instrument. My primary instrument's pedal steel, so I knew I wanted to feature pedal steel prominently in it. So I pretty quickly extracted the melody I was playing on guitar and gave it to the pedal steel.
The sound of country music.
It's the sound of country music. You might not know what it is, but you've heard it before.
Yeah.
Simmering started with a guitar idea. It started with a single guitar idea. And that single guitar idea turned into a 2-guitar idea. And then in the second section, pedal steel enters with a very melodically driven idea.
So that's what pedal steel sounds like. It's funny because with the Storyblocks thing, you're thinking about like who might use this. And I guess when you're making your own music under your own name, you're also thinking about the audience, but in sort of a more like, unfortunately, like a who might judge me, which is like, obviously we don't want to think about that as an artist that way, but like it is hard as a creative person not to think about like other people's judgments on your work. So it's fun to create something of being like, people aren't going to be like judging this music. They're just like, do I want to use it or not? So I don't know. It's fun.
Even just imagining like somebody clicking through the library and coming up on your track in Storyblocks and thinking of that experience of like, will this be what they're looking for? And you're imagining who that person is, but trying to make something that would work for that person. Thanks for joining Libby and I as we broke down our tracks for the Nashville label Storyblocks Collection. You can check out more information about us at the links in the bio.
I'll get that again.
Yeah. Nashville label.
I was like, those are the right words.
Storyblocks Label
Storyblocks.
Nashville Collection.
You got it.
This is truly a crispy